yesterday. It was Logano that actually gave Reagan the shot that he needed to get to the lead to win the race yesterday. Oh, touch. Boy, Jeff Gordon.
And around. He's going to the wall.
I think that was Jeff Gordon.
Here we go. 8, 9, 10 cars. Mark Martin's involved.
Man, you hate to see this early in the race.
I believe Jeff Gordon was the first car sent up and into the wall. Somebody
hit Jeff, and that got started it. Look at that. Looks like a junkyard. Looks like Jeff has got cars on the inside of him, on the outside of him. Oh, and Kansas just looks like he was leaving a little room on the bottom and moved up a tad and got into Jeff.
Casey Kane involved.
Well, I think
Allmendinger.
Listen, when the field went by, there were only about half. It's only about half a field left.
You can see right there, Matt Kenseth just gets into that left front of Jeff Gordon, and Gordon goes up and gets in the side of the 71. Gilliland, nowhere for Kurt Busch to go. Brian Vickers, and they just stack up from there.
Look, that's a six-pack into the wall, just all in one move.
And this is the way the big one works at Talladega. I saw cars running in the top 5 that were involved, cars running outside the top 25 that were involved.
Yeah, I hate that. The old Pepsi Challenger is getting opened up like a can of Pepsi.
Got Gilliland as he went around, who spun down off the nose of the 2.
Harvick. And look at Mark. Mark took a heck of a ride in the 5 car.
Now Casey Kane has climbed out of his car. He's okay. It's going to be easier to list the cars that were not involved.
Mike, when they went by here, and of course we'll see them on the track out here, that's half the field.
Most of the cars in the low groove up until then. Oh, Boyer took a hard shot after contact from Gilliland.
So did the 71. I mean, there are cars that were getting pounded in this wreck.
Let's look out from behind Jeff Gordon. That's Kurt Busch.
Man, just like that.
And again. And again.
We're done. We're done. Completely junk. Kenseth came up on me.
Let's ride with Kevin Harvick.
Go low, go low, go low. Stay in it, stay in it, stay in it. We're in it, boys.
And let's ride with Casey Kane. I'd like to see the Kevin Harvick angle once again and watch Jeff Gordon's car and see if it gets loose, Darrell, before the contact.
Jeff Gordon is right up in here.
Kurt Busch behind him. He jumps out a little.
I think this is just that's just the contact from the 17 car
that was the
shot
first
him
contact.
to the right.
You're right.
Exactly what caused that. These cars are, I mean, there's a bunch of cars that are taking a pounding in this wreck.
Pick your favorite driver and
here
watch how it unfolds
here
for
we
him.
go. Into the 71, the 24 into the 71. Here comes McMurray. Here comes Harvick. Mark's on the bottom. 36 car. Here comes the 9. The 44 piles in.
Bobby Labonte, nice job to get on the brakes and miss it.
Mike, I just counted 21 cars that went by here without damage.
Which is half.
Didn't take until lap 8 to unfold.
Yeah, I hate it when it happens early like this. It just ruins the race for everybody.
Under the first caution of the day at Talladega, Alabama, for this big crash triggered by Matt Kenseth getting into Jeff Gordon.
17 bumped into the back of the one, maybe caused him to move up a tad as Jeff was moving down a tad, and then we had a mess.
I mean, you could analyze this wreck till the end of the race. It's just Talladega.
And there's the 17 right behind the 1. And he comes up as Jeff comes down to make a little room. There's not enough room for both of them. One driver who I think took the hardest hit of all, Clint Boyer.
The rookie in the 82 car. How about Brad Keselowski? Drives for Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the Nationwide Series. We feel like somewhere in the future.
Trouble, guys, in the tri-oval. Michael
Waltrip.
Michael cut down in front of somebody. I think he's going to save it. Save it, brother. Save it.
He did. He did save it.
Wow, what a save.
What a save.
Hold on, watch out now, watch out.
Caution's out.
Slow down. Don't tear your fenders off.
That was unbelievable.
He cut down in front of somebody back here.
Most awesome piece of driving right there.
He thought he had let's see who it was he thought he had cleared. He's going to cut down here in front of somebody.
Marcos Ambrose, his teammate.
Goodness gracious, his teammate.
That old big blue wall was coming up in a hurry, though, wasn't it?
But see how he backed off. He's sliding. He's headed for the wall. He backs off the brakes. Car bites, and he saved it.
Now that area toward that inside wall, that used to be grass.
This car
could have been a wild ride.
It would have been gone normally, Mike. I mean, it would have hit that inside wall and just killed it. But he is driving it. He is driving it, baby.
That's the finest piece of driving I've seen your brother do since he won Daytona.
Thank you. I think you're right.
What a save. Twice.
You know what? A lot of times I think people would say he was just hanging on. I'm going to tell you what, he drove that thing out of that.
Well, let's ride with him. There's Ambrose, the 47 to the left.
Inside now, inside.
My goodness. And then he said, oh, look at him. Go, Mikey, go.
Wow, what a save. What a save. Hold on, watch out now, watch out.
That'll put your stomach.
We didn't hit anything, man. That was.
Oh, trouble off turn.
Kurt Busch.
Same thing it did. Mikey did.
Another great save.
Caution is out.
Hold it right there on the bottom. Dang good job, Kurt.
Man. Yeah, I don't think
a little
there's
dirty up there.
any as he just said. Got a little high. Here he is right back in here. Gets a little high coming through here. Gets a little close to the outside wall.
Just came around on him.
Goodbye. Right through Mikey. Look at it. Same tracks Mikey took.
And then it's like, no, I don't want to go that way.
You know how fast he was going through there? 190 mile an hour. Drive. Hang on. Brake, gas, spin.
Who I feel like this caution is the biggest break for, we just had heard the report, is Jimmy Johnson, Chad Canals, that 48 car, thinking that he had a loose wheel.
Jeff Burton will get the free pass to solve his electrical problem. He went 3 laps.
Involved in the earlier wreck and has led 12 straight races here at Talladega, scraping the wall at high speed, but somehow maintaining position. Kyle Busch up there right behind Martin Truex Jr. and David Stremme as we speak. And lap 7, if you weren't with us a little bit earlier, with David Ray.
Well, he went up to block Matt Kenseth. He came down to block Jeff Burton. Darrell, like you say, he's running 3 lines wide all by himself.
Now here they are once again. Now watch, they're going to get a run on him. 17's out there, but he's all by himself. Dale Jr. is going to have to get up there. Oh, he turned him. Yikes.
Truex down the bottom. Truex can't save it.
Oh, no.
Busch is around.
He tried. He just couldn't hang on to it.
It's us.
Yeah, but it isn't bad, I don't think.
Nope. And Truex is
think
kind of the
bad.
victim in this one, but he's okay.
I don't think he's bad either.
It's us. We're coming to you.
You're all right. Come and get your 4 tires. Let's go.
Well, got to stay on the lead lap now.
Be okay.
All got started. Busch in front of Matt Kenseth.
That's just sort of inevitable. You know, block. You can only block so many places so many times. You get down here in the corner. You see the 31 gets in the back of the 18, gets him loose. How he ever got from, how he gets all the way to where he did and not hit anything, I'll never know.
And Martin Truex,
he just
with
checked
Carl
up.
Edwards. He was right in front of Carl Edwards, who'd been trying to avoid all this.
He just checked up a little too much. Down on the apron. Neither car ever got, neither one of them ever got hit, other than when the 31 knocked the 18 around.
I know, it's incredible there's no contact. Now, Jeff Burton had been frustrated with Kyle Busch from where Kyle tried to run him down to the flat a few laps earlier.
This is just some amazing driving.
Unbelievable.
Amazing driving. Montoya.
Wow.
Reagan may have, the 6 car may have gotten to the back of Montoya just a little bit, but I don't think that was bad.
And now we hear that, you know, the 18 has no starter. He can't get cranked. He's going to go a lap down.
You know, the fact that this ended up being just 2 single car spins
They're still inside.
is pretty amazing.
Well, we've seen that all day, you know, with the 55 and the 2 here in the trial.
Stay high there.
I mean, we've seen some incredible driving by these guys today. 18 got fired up there. He got a push. He's in the pit.
Go 3.
Yeah, Martin
Right
got
here in
a
front of
boot
you. Right
from
here.
David Reagan. That's what started.
He's
That's
going to
what
lose it here. Keep coming.
sent
Keep
Truex
coming.
down.
Stay high. Stay high. Yellow's out. Yellow's out. Good job, buddy.
You know, nothing intentional. Martin lifted for what was in front of him, and Reagan couldn't react fast enough.
3 wide bottom.
And there's some more bad news for the 18 now that he's a lap down and we don't have double line restarts inside of 20 laps. That's not going to help him any.
Outside lines coming. Look at David Reagan in that 6 car and Tony Stewart in the 14. There goes Burton right up in the front of him. You get a little bump down the back straightaway.
Here we go.
Oh, trouble hard in the wall, Robbie Gordon. And around goes Jimmy Johnson.
Denny Hamlin's involved, Martin Truex Jr., David Strimmy. This is version 2 of the big one.
Well, desperate men were starting to do some desperate things out there as the laps wound down.
Like I said, Mike, this is when you lay it all on the line. If you got it, use it.
Both ends for Martin Truex.
Everybody starts trying to figure out which line they want to go low, want to go high. Oh, Montoya.
Montoya got turned
Yeah,
he inside.
he got turned in
Looked like
and shot
Montoya
down
was
there.
wanting to move around, and when he did, he just got clipped.
There's Mayfield's car in flames, the 41.
Not a very good day for Hendrick Motorsports. That's 3 of the cars that have been knocked out.
Oh, Montoya just got shoved into Bobby Labonte, and just like a croquet ball being sent, Robbie Gordon got shot into the inside wall.
Boy, Jeremy Mayfield going there in a 41 car, he's got a lot of fire coming out of that automobile. Boy, that's a hard lick. That is hard right there. Oh, my.
But you know the great thing? They've installed the safer barrier back there on that inside wall.
Yeah, look at that. Is that Sam Hornish that went up and hit the outside wall?
Yep, and kept going. Let's do some ride-alongs here, starting with Michael Waltrip.
Heavy impact today, hard impact in all these, the big one and then this one.
Of course, Jimmy Johnson had taken the points lead since his teammate Jeff Gordon, the 24, had problems earlier.
I want to tell you about Robbie Gordon's hit. If he hits another 100 feet down track, he hits the concrete instead of the safer barrier.
Let's see what happened here. Montoya got hit by the 11.
Yep, there it is.
And that turned him a little bit to the left, and then or to the right, and then when he corrected, he got into Bobby Labonte, and it was on from there.
Boy, Hornish scooted through there for a while and then got turned. Let's look back from Jimmy Johnson's car. Looking back at Waltrip. Jimmy gets turned. Pretty hard impact there. And here's what Carl Edwards saw. You know, Darrell, the contact was Hamlin and Montoya, but that really started about 6 cars forward and just kind of, you know, accordioned back.
Well, what you do when you're sitting back there, you're watching.
Related car pushing Carl Edwards, white flag this time.
Yeah, Carl Edwards from the back all day to the lead with 1 to go.
3 Chevys and 1 Ford, and it doesn't matter now. Your friends are where you find them. And from hanging out back, Carl Edwards.
I'll tell you, I don't know if they can catch them. What we've seen today, 2 cars get that big a lit run on them. I don't know that the 39 and the 88 can catch them.
They're in the draft of Edwards and Keselowski.
He's all over you here, just you and him.
Carl Edwards restarted 8th.
If that 09 can stay hooked to the back of that 99, it's going to be hard to get him. It's going to be close right here at the line.
Can Keselowski try to win it?
I don't know. I don't think he can step out until he waits till the last second and picks up.
He goes to the outside. Is Edwards going to?
Oh, no.
He turns him.
No, no.
Oh, and that destroyed the front end of Newman's car.
No.
Edwards will not make it to the flag.
Oh,
Brad Keselowski won this race.
Unbelievable.
Carl Edwards' car destroyed, and Junior's protege, Keselowski, the winner, and Carl Edwards is moving around and ready to climb out.
Larry, look at that. The carburetor's gone off.
It's completely gone.
Carl did what he wanted to do. He stayed at the back. Marathon runner. I want to finish the race.
And he did,
yes,
to
he
a
did.
standing ovation from the crowd. Shades of Ricky Bobby. The engine, a whole Hendrick package.
Let's take a look, Mike. Carl Edwards, he opened it up just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think this is a hard lick right into the fence. I mean, that car, that looked like Bobby Allison did here in 1987.
The catch fence did its job, and the car did its job.
Thank goodness we have the new, much stronger, safer catch fences.
And Newman took a hard hit from Edwards as well. Look at just a car with the room left on the bottom.
What happened here is the 09 looked to the outside. Carl went up a little bit to block him, and 09 went right back to the bottom and clipped him.
You know, the move looked a lot like the one that Brian Vickers put on Jimmy Johnson when Vickers won.
Wow.
But what a hit.
Wow. That is 1987 all over again. Oh, my gosh. And did you see that? I believe it was Biffle that almost T-boned the 99. But watch. The 09's going to look to the outside where he already has. Carl went up to block him a little bit. Now he's going to come down to try to block him again. And you get one shot at it, but you don't get two. Watch this.
What a lick.
Oh my gosh.
Unbelievable.
You know, and looking very carefully at the catch fencing that held, and I did not see any debris go into the grandstand. And that certainly is
unbelievable.
It's very gratifying to see. Well,
I knew it was going to be wild. I didn't know it was going to be this wild.
Here's a 3 back from him.
This is from Carl's onboard
Looking
camera.
inside, 09.
But Darrell, I want to ask you.
And from Dale Jr.
But Darrell, I want to ask you on air, because I did not see Brad Keselowski do anything wrong there.
No, it was a blocking move on Carl. The 09 looked to the outside. Carl went up to block that move, and when Carl came down, the 09 was there.
Another first-time winner at Talladega. Here's the cool-down lap. Dale Jr. and Brad Keselowski kind of getting together. Junior with a big fist pump, and whoa, Keselowski.
Brad Keselowski didn't see him up there.
Now everybody's going to say that Kyle Busch spun the winner out after the race, but I beg to pardon with you.